Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and this is A Girl on Her Phone. In case you are new here, I am currently on Weight Watchers Personal Points Plan. I started with Weight Watchers Simply Feeling 4 years ago, and I have been working at it ever since. I've gone to the different programs, the freestyle and the blue and the purple and low carb and Mediterranean, which lasted about that long, and Nutrisystem. I've done all kind of things. So I'm not arrived. You're on a channel of someone who has not arrived. I'm not at goal. I'm nowhere close to goal. My goal would be 175 pounds, which means I would have to lose 200 pounds to get there, because I started at 375 and I am at 323. I keep teetering tottering over, there's like 10 pounds up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So I just started back on Weight Watchers a couple weeks ago, and so that's where I'm at. And I'm just plugging along like everybody else. But what you are here for today is my 5 tips for a healthy weight loss summer collab. Our hostess is Sandy over at Life with Sandy. She put this collab together. She thought maybe other people than ourselves, because I think all of us who are in the collab can use our tips as well as everybody else's tips. Even people at goal, they still have to work at it. It doesn't just, they can't coast their way through it. So whether you're at goal or you have 200 pounds to lose or you have 10 pounds to lose, I think we can all use some tips and tricks and just things that can help us on our journey. And what I want you to do is, you have homework. You have to go down in the description box and visit everybody else that's in the collab and see what they have to say. And if you're not subscribed, we would love for you to subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit that bell notification for all. That way you will get notified for all the videos we put up. So with all that being said, let's get started. Now, I will be consulting my notes because I don't even pretend to have this memorized. And these tips are not in any particular order. These are just tips. I guess you call them tips. Things that when I am doing well, when I am on track, when I am on the program, no matter what the program. These are not program specific. These are not just for people who count points or just for people who count calories. These are for anybody who's on a weight loss journey, a journey to get healthy, a journey to lose weight. So the first one, keep pre-portioned foods on hand. Now these can be either stuff you buy that's already portioned. You pay more for that, but sometimes to me it's a convenience and I'm willing to pay for it. Or you can buy big packages and portion it out yourself. If you eat crackers and you're afraid you're going to sit down and eat the whole box of crackers, as soon as you get home, start weighing it and dividing it into whatever portion size you want it to be. Let's see, we got things like pretzels, crackers, dry cereal, cheese sticks, fruit cups, stuff like that. Now, these are things that you can keep at home. You can keep at work. You can even keep at your family member's house. Like, say, your kid's house. You go to your kid's house to visit your grandkids. You go to your mom and dad's house, wherever you might go frequently. Have a little box of your goodies over there so that when you're at their house, if they're getting into their stuff, you're not tempted to jump in there with them. You've got your own healthy choices available. And then they don't feel like they have to buy the food that they're not going to eat. Since it's yours, you should expect them to buy it anyway, right? So have it over there. Now, keeping these snacks pre-portioned are not only good for keeping at your work and your home and your families. These are good for like car trips, and I'm going to show you something. And it happened to me just the other day. I'll get out and I'll be out longer than I expected to be, and I didn't take anything with me. Used to, for years, I kept in my pocketbook what I call my blood sugar kit, and I'll show you. what it looks like and what I have in it. Then I quit carrying a pocketbook not a little bit a while back and just started keeping my wallet in my pants pocket. Well, it's catching up with me because I'm getting out and my blood sugar's dropping. I'm getting a little sinking spell and I need something to eat. And these little kits keep me from driving through somewhere. So let me show you. And if you don't keep it in the pocketbook, keep it in the car. If you don't want to keep it in the car all the time, have a car bag. Just a bag that you carry in and out, back and forth to the car with things that you might need to use in the car. Not just food. Could be, handy wipes, any kind of little thing you might need. But the food part is the part that will keep you out of the drive-through. And this is my little, isn't it cute? There we go. The lighting's kind of messed up, but they're little owls with the little kitty cats in the middle. I just thought that was awful cute. So this is my standard, and I usually have meat sticks in it. But this is my standard fare. I have a spoon and a baggie. That way when I use the spoon, I can put it in the baggie. What I use the spoon for is a upside down Jif to go, or whatever brand you want to do. And it's just perfect size. Then I have a pack of nabs. That's what we call them, nabs. These are just Lance peanut butter crackers. And these I get at the Dollar Tree. These little juice boxes. It is no sugar added. I'm not sure. It's from a concentrate, but it helps you wash these things down. You don't even have to be tempted to drive through and get a drink. And then I have a pack of little trail mix. And so that is what I keep in my purse now that I am going to start carrying my purse again. It's kind of a pain, but we do what we got to do. If you are going on a longer car trip, it would be wise to get you a cooler to take cold food along with you. That would be your cheese sticks and sandwiches and stuff like that. But for just running errands, for having at home and whatnot, that's what we're talking about. Number 2, this one, everybody knows this one, but it's worth mentioning. Volunteer to bring a dish to your get-togethers. If the hostess or host does not know you're on a weight loss journey, then just tell them. Just explain to them, thank you for inviting me. I know you're going to have lovely food, but at this time, I am on a weight loss journey and I'm trying to watch what I eat. Is it okay if I bring a dish that is compliant with the way I'm trying to eat? You'll still eat some of their food, but it'll give you something to fall back on so you're not tempted. Like maybe you bring a nice fresh fruit tray and you're not tempted to eat their, I don't know what they might have, cake or something. Or maybe you'll bring a vegetable platter, which I wouldn't be tempted for that. Any of y'all that have been with me know I don't like my vegetables. That should be one of mine. Eat your vegetables. There's your bonus tip. Eat your vegetables. They'll keep you full. But if it's a good friend, they're not going to mind you asking. And they're not going to mind you bringing something. If they mind, I don't know what kind of party you might be going to. Because I don't think a good friend would care. Number 3, find a hobby. I say busy hands can't eat. This hobby does not have to be just a creative hobby, like a craft. It can be a physical hobby. So like a creative hobby, people do that diamond painting. I can't do that. You can make crafty crafts. You can adult color. You can do junk journaling. If you want to do physical hobbies, you could take up hiking or bicycling or walking. Walking can be a hobby. And while you're, hold on, let me get a sip of water. Okay, I'm sorry. I've started a new medication and it severely dries my mouth out. But any of these things passes time, and while that time's passing, you're busy, and a lot of times you're not even thinking about food, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, I didn't eat. I didn't snack between meals. So find a hobby, something to keep you busy, even if it's reading, and have your water beside of you. You don't have to, I know it's easy to eat while you read, but if it's a hobby, I'll say this, I'll just add this in. If it is a hobby, something that you can eat while you're doing, I wouldn't pick that one up because that kind of goes against what we're what we're trying to accomplish. So I say find a hobby. I am getting back into adult coloring. I got me some new gel pens yesterday. Went through and took out my old ones and have some new coloring books. So that's just something else I'm adding just to pass the time, just to take up the time. Then number 4 is plan. Plan your day, plan your week, plan for events. For planning your day, planning your week, you'll know what you'll have to eat and you'll have it on hand, and it will help you avoid scrounging. So if you don't I meal plan for the week, and then I meal prep on the weekend for like 4 days, usually, sometimes 5. That helps me. That helps keep me on track because I know what I'm going to have for breakfast. I don't have to think about it. And I know what I'm going to have for lunch. I don't think about it, at least for 4 days. And I plan the other 3 days so that I know I have the food that I need to have on hand. I'm not in there looking for breakfast and there's nothing to have for breakfast, and then I start digging for something I shouldn't dig for, which there's nothing in this house that I shouldn't have as far as something I'm going to go overboard and binge. But I can make something. I can definitely make something. That's not a problem. I can find something to eat, that would likely be higher in points than what I want to spend. Planning your day, maybe you could do that the night before and say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to eat this for breakfast and this for lunch. And or maybe you could plan it. I don't know how often you grocery shop. Maybe you grocery shop every day and you get your food for the next day. Maybe you grocery shop a couple times a week. You could plan maybe a couple days at a time, or you could plan the whole week. Or if you're planning around an event, that is also a plan. You are working your day to factor in what you're going to have at that event, that get together we talked about earlier. You eat lightly during the day to make up for what you're most likely going to eat that night. Now, it will give you extra room to enjoy some of the foods, the delicious foods, in moderation. So by planning a lighter day, you can indulge a little bit more at night than you would if you ate heavy all day long. Then you would really be going overboard that night. Number 5, this one is probably my biggest tip, and this one is one that has proven to help me probably more than any of these other ones, and that is talking to myself. Talk to yourself. Audibly talk to yourself. When you go for, let's say you got cookies in the house, you got a husband who eats cookies, and so you buy him cookies. I mean, if he's not on a weight loss journey with you, it's not fair to deny him the things he wants to eat because you can't eat them. You're the one that needs to control yourself. He doesn't need to control himself. You're the one who needs to take control of what you eat. Those cookies are talking to you. Will you talk back? Tell yourself, you don't need those cookies. Don't eat those cookies. Stay away from those cookies. Those cookies, you will eat too many of them. Don't eat them. I have talked myself out of, because I'm here to tell you, I can talk myself into anything. I can justify anything. I can promise you that. If I want to eat it, I can justify it. That's why I find it so powerful to talk to myself and to tell myself, just don't do it. And that's another one that bonus tip. It's just don't do it. That's another one of my most powerful ones that helps me when I'm on track. I just don't do it. If I'm going to overeat something, I just don't. If I want to eat something healthy, if I need to eat my vegetables, I just do it. That's something I've been lacking in lately. I've been trying to up my game. When I did Nutrisystem, I ate so many vegetables, and then I come off of it and I slacked off. I'm trying to get back to eating those vegetables because they're so important in your diet. Even Weight Watchers, that they're important enough to where they give you points back if you eat your vegetables. So I'm trying to add them back in enough volume that I can have some left for the next day, and we have plenty to eat at supper. Some days I don't get hardly any vegetables in, and that's not good. But what I said is just do it. Just do it. You want to go on a weight loss journey, just do it. And these things that I'm saying to you, I'm saying to myself, girl, okay, look at me. Just do it. So these are my tips. If they helped you, I hope maybe they did. They're things that I do, that I employ when I'm on track, when I'm doing well. They help me to do better when I'm not doing well. If I follow them, that's the key. We have to follow it. We can learn all the tips in the world. We can write books. I'm sure some of y'all can write books along with me on how to lose weight. It's just actually doing it. And it's not always easy. This is not an easy road we're traveling. This is not an easy journey. This is hard. What we are doing is hard. It's probably some of the hardest things we've ever done in our life. And sometimes we slide. Sometimes we get like, here's the top of the hill and we're right there at the top. And something happens and we slide back. It doesn't mean we don't want it. It doesn't mean that we're not dedicated. It doesn't mean that we don't want to hit our goal. It just means that we're human and things happen. But if we take these tips and we try to practice these tips, then, hold on just a second. I'm sorry. My lips are starting to stick together. And when I was saying, if we practice them, maybe they'll become habit. That water, that's one thing that it took me a while, but I finally practiced it enough to where it's become a habit to drink it. Every now and then there will be a day that, like, I've been out and about for a while and I don't get all my water in, or something, just had a day, you know. But for the most part, I get all my water in every day. So anyway, we'll try to cut this short and go visit all the other channels. And thank you again to Sandy for inviting me. This is our 5 tips for a healthy weight loss summer collab. I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a thumbs up would be nice. A subscribe would be nice. If you're not subscribed, I would love to have you as a part of my YouTube family, because everybody says it, and I have the best subscribers. Believe me, I do. And I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.